Welcome everyone to part 4 of the Resident Evil Zero playthrough. We just got the black statue and the shotgun, so now we're going back to find the other statues that we need.
Alright, to make some sort of balancing act for the Justice Society.
Yeah, because the portrait, above the portrait of James Marcus, there's a scale that we need to balance out. Because you have to find a white statue and a black statue, and you also must find the wings to combine with them in order to put it on. Because if you don't have the wings on it, it won't evenly balance out. There's me, Shotty Bang Bang. This one carries 7 rounds. I prefer this one over the hunting gun because I like to have those extra shots. It doesn't do as much damage.
Yeah, it doesn't have as much powerful. That's regular. You get that shotgun that's powerful, but it only holds like, what, 4 shells?
Yeah. Yeah,
Black.
Here I am just putting it on to free up. As you can see, it's not...
It's not balanced.
Yeah. What? I didn't know this game was that hard.
Well, what do you know? The Justice Society, the Justice Scales is literally based on the angel and the devil.
Yeah. Come on, Billy, where are you?
No, they're the angel and devil on your left and right shoulders.
He's taking the long way around. That AI can be annoying sometimes. Another thing I should note is that you can also choose whether or not to have your AI partner fire a weapon in the partner menu as well from the inventory screen. So if you don't want them to waste certain ammo, then you can just select that. And of course, we're already having inventory problems again.
Aye. That's one thing I wish that, you would think after Resident Evil 4 they would not do that, but then they not only did they limit the inventory, but they made it worse in 5 by making it real time.
Oh, that was the last thing you wanted, was to have to manage your inventory when a chainsaw machine was bearing down on you.
Don't get us wrong, that even though we played that game like nothing else in our playthrough of RE5, that took us a lot of practice to get how to reload while climbing ladders, doing melee attacks and everything. So we didn't have to reload our weapons during sequences like when we had the chainsaw or anything like that.
And I still died.
Or worse, the Reapers.
Oh, reload a shotgun in front of a Reaper, that might as well be insta-kill. Now, in this room, there's a key item you have to reach, but it's too dark. So we have to turn the light on. Remake had this problem as well, where there was a music note, the sheet music you needed for the piano.
Yeah.
Even if you knew it was there, Chris or Jill wouldn't pick it up unless you could actually see, which I call bullshit.
Aye.
What's stopping you from just fumbling and picking it up anyway?
Shotgun shells.
You're going to want to hold on to those because we'll be fighting some familiar...
What's up there? Is that on the stag?
This is the key item we need. The
An iron needle.
Remember that clock that we saw in the room with the bugs? We have to go back there.
Right, okay.
And you have to... Do you remember the file we read earlier with the 845 on it?
That's the passcode for the door?
Yeah. So we need to head back there and set the time on that clock now.
Ah, right, okay. I thought it was a passcode. Is it random each time you play that game?
No, it's set every time.
Okay. Again, this is all going to be questions because I've never played Resident Evil 0. I have played and beaten the remake, but I'm not...
I still need to get to remake.
Okay, then, if we're going to do the remake, which character do you want to do?
I'm taking Chris.
Okay, I'll take Jill.
Since you stole him from me in RE5.
Oh, boo-hoo.
I took him
back. You got him back in RE6.
Yeah, and I'm taking him again for remake. As for Resident Evil 2's remake, I'm going to take Leon's campaign, because it's been confirmed that I don't think the A and B scenarios are in it, but I'll be taking Leon. There are 2 campaigns. I'll take Leon's campaign.
I'll take Claire then.
Yeah. So now that we have the lighter, since Billy was dumb enough walking around with fuel in his lighter, we can get in here. This is where you'll find the wings for the white statue.
Okay.
But have your Shotty McBang Bang ready.
Zombies.
Just wait. Oh yeah!
Beautiful. You had 2 headshots for the price of 1 shell.
You're not going to see that a lot in this game, by the way.
Grenade shells?
Yeah, and of course, no inventory. So again, here I am having to use that advanced technique where you...
exchange items between your partner.
Not just that, if you give your partner all of the handgun ammo, that frees up the space, but you still have all of the ammo with you.
Okay.
In fact, no. Rebecca, you push this. Why me? Because I said so. That's why.
Because you're fucking weak, Rebecca.
Now, this is... You get a trophy if you do that. I'm a medic, not a bodybuilder. There's another key object later we have to interact with. If you try and have Becky use that, you get a trophy for it as well, I believe. Yeah, Billy is the only one who can push that.
A tablet, or is that a book? Oh, it's a
Book of Good.
The Book of Good. Where's the Book of Bad? Where's what? That'll be Waluigi's book.
I would hope not. Here.
Why would you put Angel Wings in a book?
Dude, we're talking about the same company that fucking made like 4 different keys for their one mansion.
Mind you, at least it's no Winston here.
When?
Still a game where he takes Tam's book and does a shit in it.
Oh, yeah. Now, as long as your partner hears you calling on you when you leave a room and they're not being attacked, they will be with you when you exit. Like, as you saw there, I was like 1 level below Becky there when I jumped down, and I called on her, and she went, Roger, and I immediately left the room before she jumped down. She'll still be with me when I leave, as long as she's not being attacked by an enemy.
Okay. Well, since because you love Rebecca so much, what did you make about it when they made her come back for Resident Evil Vendetta?
Vendetta, yay! I love her new design in that.
What about the new voice? Because it's not the one you're
Darren
familiar with.
Cahill. I quite like the voice in Vendetta.
Well, because Rebecca is a lot older in that one.
Yeah, she's in her 30s by that point.
Aye.
She's actually a professor at a university as well.
But she doesn't look any... I think that's a Japan traditional, where they're supposed to be at that like age 30, but they don't look like they've aged that much. Like, look at Johnny Cage in Mortal Kombat X. When you look at him how he used to look, and then look at him 20 years later, he doesn't look that much different besides grey in hair.
Yeah. If you actually look at his eyebrows early on at the start of the game, they are already starting to grey. Here I am going for the grenade launcher.
What type of shells can you get in here?
You can get flame rounds, which do incendiary damage, which are good against the zombie leeches, who will show up at several points throughout this area, by the way.
Please tell me you get acid rounds.
Yeah, there are acid rounds in the game as well. Those do good
they're
amounts of damage to living creatures.
They're like your one-shot kills against like lickers and hunters.
Yeah, they do the most damage against creatures that are still alive.
And regular grenade rounds.
Yeah, which just do explosive damage. Which are good for any situation, I would say. So now we're heading back to that one area with the clock. And not before I switch shirt. This was a paid DLC shirt, actually.
Oh, how much?
I think it was like, no more than, I think, £1 or £2. I think I got it in a sale.
Can you imagine if they charged you £20 for it?
Capcom with your costume packs. Street Fighter was really bad with it. Like, the costumes themselves are good, but oh man.
Oh, but then they're infamous for not bad games, but bad business practices.
Damn crows!
Street Fighter Cross Tekken, anyone?
Yeah. Look at that! I just get pecked once and I'm already on caution yellow.
What did you do to the crows to piss them off?
Nothing! Literally, you saw, ladies and gentlemen, as soon as I left that door, the crow just started pecking at me.
Have you ever tried a run where you try and spend your health in yellow for at least a good chunk amount of the game until you're in danger?
Yes, one of the trophies for this game, you have to complete it without using a healing item. Yeah. I played as Billy for the majority of that playthrough, and I did it on easy mode, that way it wouldn't be annoying.
Well, what I've noticed from that is that you can, when you pick up a red herb, you can immediately go into combining it instead of putting it in the inventory, then combining it.
Yeah, I don't think Remake let you do that. And I don't want to be in here for very long. That only hits straightforward, so you want to dodge to the side. That's another good thing about the alternate controls, is that they let you dodge to the side pretty easily. It makes dodging zombies in Remake absurdly easy. As long as you can master the timing on when they try and grab you.
So what was the time again?
8:45. 20 minutes later.
And the clock explodes on you.
Speaking of explosions, the zombie leeches do have an attack where once they're on their last legs and you've dealt enough damage to them, they will blow up and send leeches flying everywhere. If you're really close to them, that'll do a lot of damage to you. I forget it's the capacity to probably can.
It's like, stop!
No, Leon, stop!
Oh, here, a little fun story actually. Another glitch I was last night I was helping some players with RE6 with the campaign. This was at the end of Leon Chapter 3 against the Shark.
Yeah.
We just defeated the Shark, and get this, another glitch happened where the cutscene, after the load screen, the cutscene didn't play, but it put my character model and the player's character model's helmet in the black screen. 5 seconds later, we both die, and we're stuck.
I've heard about that one on the PS3, but...
But we were stuck, we couldn't do anything. I'm like, what's going on?
I don't get that. Why is it that HD remasters fail to fix glitches that were in like original versions of the game? I don't get it.
But it was amusing that while it lasted, but then I'm like, we can't exit this unless...
your run.
But it doesn't matter.
Did it stop when you continued, or...?
No, it continued on and reloaded into that same area. Kind of like that story I told you about where it was in the minecart where we fell off and then it kept repeating that death animation over and over again.
Now, I wasn't expecting that zombie to be there on that side of the room. It's usually not there sometimes when I do this, when I play through this. I was expecting it to be on the other side. There are 4 zombies in this room, so yeah, you want to try and avoid them.
So how many hits can Billy take before he goes into caution?
You can take about maybe 3 or 4 bites, I would say, before he hits caution yellow.
Oh,
oh boy.
It's like, let me read this before you bite me.
We'll have dinner later. No.
I bet you you didn't left that file because you were panicking.
Yeah. This is just a small mistake on my part. As you can see, Billy's still in fine. Because he's a champ, he can take those hits.
But he can't mix herbs for shit.
No. Here I am, just avoiding the zombies at this point.
What's the maximum amount of shells you can carry in one inventory slot?
I'm not sure, actually, but you can hold 255 handgun bullets.
And then you look at Resident Evil 6, where in one slot you can only hold 16 assault rifle bullets.
Yeah.
Like 60, not 16.
Yeah.
That'd be even worse if you can only hold 16.
Oh god, no.
But still, you think, why 60? It should be at least 200.
There was a glitch in the original GameCube remake where you could actually get an infinite amount of grenade launcher rounds, I believe, as well. It's pretty funny. You could get like 200 odd grenade shots.
Speaking of which, do you unlock any unique weapons when you complete this game under any certain circumstances, like beat it in less than 5 hours, for example?
Yeah, if you complete the game in a certain amount of time, you'll get access to a submachine gun, which will then be available on the train. It works almost the same way as the assault rifle did in Resident Evil 3, where it has a percentage instead of a set ammo count, and it drains down whenever you're firing it.
So you can't reload it?
No. In fact, actually you can. You can find... They're kind of hard to find, but you can find some submachine gun ammo clips throughout the game, but there's not too many of them, so you'll want to use them sparingly.
What other weapons can you get?
You can get the rocket launcher, which actually has a pretty big difference in design in this game, and you must get an S rank in this game in order to unlock it. And you couldn't combine that herb.
How's the ranking determined?
In this game, it's only determined by how long it takes you to complete the game.
Oh, so not how many times you died or anything like that?
Well, if you die, then that's it. Your run is over. So.
Well, not when you go back to your last save point.
When you die, you're essentially put back to the title screen and nothing is saved. So it's like you're reload. That's exactly what you're doing. You're reloading your last save. It's like it never happened because it was before you died. But basically, the ranking system in the other classic games is very strict, because if you use a first aid spray, use a special weapon or item, or take a certain amount of time, or save a certain number of times, your grade will go down. Code Veronica is hands down the most difficult game to get the highest rank in.
Well, isn't that the same for Resident Evil 3?
I believe so. And in order to get a rank, you must be playing on normal. So you can't just play for on easy and get everything.
So what do we get when we get these microfilms in? A film. This is the classroom that we were in before.
Yeah. There's a projector in there as well. And there's a Mo disc.
You gotta have Mo disc, baby.
Just like remake. Microfilm image. Numbers on the seats.
So you have to press the numbers in a specific order?
Yeah. You remember the code that we saw on one of the files earlier?
That's it. You have to press those numbers.
You have to find the right seat corresponding to the correct letter and press them in conjunction with the other one. And just run right past him. There's no reason to come back in here after you've got that.
So leech zombies.
Yeah. That other room I went by there, that's just a restroom. There's nothing in there except maybe like Molotov or that, but I don't go in there because there's another leech zombie in there.
Let's regroup.
Okay.
So what kind of attacks do the leech zombies do? Because
They can grab you just like the zombies, and they can also reach you from very far with their arms as well, and slap you.
But you say the weakness to them is the Molotov cocktails or anything that is fire based.
Yeah. The only problem with that though is that Becky is the only character that has the fastest. She can throw the Molotov cocktails really quickly, but Billy has a much slower rate of throw on them, so you still have to put up with some problems anyway while fighting them. And they're damage sponges; they can take a lot of damage before dying.
Can you still get hit by, say, the Molotov cocktail when you throw it to the ground?
I threw one at Wesker just for shits and giggles in Wesker mode, and it didn't damage him. So I don't think you can damage yourself with them.
So we put the bow disc in here.
Yeah, if I would be in the right spot, because the game's really finicky on whether or not you can use an item if you're not in the right spot. 0A.
So that's the passcode.
Yeah, all the seats in the room represent a different number up from the microfilm image, and there's no input device. The desks themselves are the input devices.
Aye, that's what the microfilm was. So 0A.
Yeah.
What, do you have to press them at the same time?
Yeah, you have to press one as Billy, then immediately switch to Becky and press the other one.
And what happens if you fail? Does it just reset?
It just resets. It doesn't change the code though, thankfully.
It's like in the original game where you're in that army room and it's all the knights. If you fail to push the statues in the wrong order, the room would be filled with poisonous gas.
Does that damage you or does it inflict poison stats?
It damages you, I think. The only thing I would say that poisons you if it's a spider or a snake.
Yeah, the spiders are in this game and they can inflict poison stats on you, so...
Well, poison doesn't really kill you, it just takes you down to your last pixel of danger.
No, it will kill you, actually, if it's not cured.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
I thought it doesn't do that.
You thought wrong.
I thought it just slowly drains your health, but I do not know that...
It will kill you if it's not cured.
But what I also don't know is that if you... Let's say you get poisoned once and you get poisoned again, does that meet that drain of the poison increase?
I don't think so. No, you can only be hit with poison stats once. Here's the thing, though. When you're in when you have any damage that you take while you're in poison status stacks. So if you were on caution orange and then you got poisoned and you took a hit that put you to danger, you would still be taking damage from the attack. Then the poison damage would start draining away as well.
Ugh.
So yeah.
Speak of poison, there's the blue herbs.
Yeah, which we're going to need.
Yeah, blue herbs are essentially a poison cures, folks. You can take the blue herbs.
One of these,
you can take the blue herbs on their own.
If you can't find one of these when you're in poison status, it's literally a dead game.
Yeah, the only ones that you cannot take on their own are the red ones. The reds have to be combined with a green in order to be effective.
Now, what I just got there is a green chemical to put in Becky's mixing set, because that mixing set is mandatory to complete the game, by the way. The game doesn't do a very good job of explaining it other than files, but you do need the chemicals that are stored throughout the facility in order to complete the game.
Okay.
And yeah, what Stephen just showed off there, folks, is that yes, you can combine all three of the coloured herbs, but it takes the colour away, but what you get in return is a full health restore and a poison cure.
Yeah. So you want to save those for like the big, heavy-hitting bosses. Double door. Why not open both doors?
No, one door is bad enough.
Do you like chess?
Okay.
We're going to play some wizard chess, aren't we?
Not quite.
Where's Jerry?
Now, what you need to do here is you have to complete the chess game and end it in a checkmate. But if you push the wrong statue, you'll reveal a gap in the floor that will spread poison into the room.
And the only way to get it is to exit the room and then go back in.
I believe so. But yeah, don't push any statue other than the one I just pushed there.
I thought I was bullshitting earlier. There's the Book of Evil.
There can be no good without evil.
Unfortunately.
Now just look at Batman and the Joker.
No, the yin and the yang. But still, but you look at the chessboard, fine on the desk, but why would you make a bigger version of that chess piece on the floor? Who plays chess like that?
James Marcus. All these Umbrella fanatics are big egoists, don't you know?
Spencer keeps asking me to be the director of his new training facility. Maybe it's because the
business. Or
well, you didn't give me
you
time
can
to
pause
read
the
that.
video.
Damn that Spencer.
Progenitor virus. That was the very first virus that was used.
Wait a minute, wasn't that the
That's what was used on the flowers in Resident Evil.
the flowers in
well.
RE5?
That's where the progenitor virus came from, I believe, as well.
The T stands for tyrant.
Tyrant virus.
It's no good. Not good.
Double D.
So
Perhaps it's just my imagination.
So according to this, I'm assuming James Marcus was one of the original funders of Umbrella, along with Oswald Spencer.
Yeah, he had a lot of power on him as well. So he was pretty high up in Umbrella's ranks. He was in charge of this facility.
Right. Okay. But perhaps I should have had William and Albert smoke out the pests.
No, smoke the herbs.
Smoke.
We do not condone smoking.
Yeah, Cal Gaiman does not condone the usage of illegal substances.
There's some ink ribbons in here as well if you need them. Higher difficulties will give you less ink ribbons as well when you pick them up. So say that one gives you like 4 or 5. When you pick up on hard mode, it'll only be like 1 or 2.
So with the co-op mechanic here, you can pretty much say this would be the beta to what would be coming now in Resident Evil 5 and 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you mad? Oh man, like I just want Outbreak 1 so much with the online intact in this day and age. That would be amazing.
I don't know.
It would literally be it would be this, but with other players, because when that game came out, it was like that game released way too early. As much as I love playing Outbreak 1 and 2, they came out in the wrong generation. I really wish they'd come out now so we could really get some amazing online classic Resident Evil. Because you could play as a zombie in that as well if you died.
Wow.
And chase other players down.
Okay then. But then again, I don't think many people talk about it because it's not one of the better games, but it's also not one of the bad ones. They're like the mediocre ones.
It's got a massive fan base actually. I don't hear many bad things about it.
I don't hear bad things, and it's just I hear mediocre things. Like it's no Resident Evil Dead Aim or Gaiden or anything.
I actually finished Dead Aim. It wasn't. It's there. That's all it is.
You can
play it with a light gun.
You're not missing much if you choose to skip it.
Not much. It is part of the lore though, so if you want it all, you gotta play for it. Gaiden was a Game Boy Color game that wasn't very good at all. They seemed to hint at Leon being infected at the end of that game, so they completely retconned it. It's like, nope.
I don't think how the fans would react if Leon was the baddie.
That's why they completely retconned it. And with that, the scales are evenly balanced.
What, you don't even get heads for the statues?
No.
You can complete. It's not a statue without the heads.
Too bad. So sad. Goodbye. And with that, we can now move on to the underground area.
This way. Roger.
Let's hope there's no boulders.
No, just call him Redfield. He'll punch it back for you.
Not in the first Resident Evil, where if you fucked up and failed to escape the boulder.
Yeah, look how Chris looked in Code Veronica, and then look at him in RE5. What the hell did he do?
He went to the gym. That is actually the canonical explanation as to why he's so buffed in that game. He went to the gym. In case he ever met Wesker again, he'd be ready for him.
But even then, he still stood no chance.
He still got his ass kicked. There's that one part though where he does like charge right into him and is able to push him a little bit, and Wesker's just like, he's like noting that Chris actually was able to push him back. So it's like,
but even then,
alright. Wesker's biggest weakness was his ego.
Yeah, the need to hear himself talk.
What, you don't want to hear DC Douglas talk?
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like a stereotypical comic book villain.
Yeah. Reveal plans and talk forever.
Exactly, and
then
exactly if you talk about the plans and then they love to hear himself talk, you're going to go down.
Now here's why I went for the blue herbs. We have a new threat down here.
Spiders.
Just run by them. Damn camera.
Spiders! A giant legion of spiders!
Shout out to Doug Walker. But yeah, you'll want to just run by the spiders. Unequip your weapon if you want some slightly faster movement speed.
Yeah, and what happens with the spiders is that they can spit poison.
And the poison has, I believe, about a 30% chance or something like that of poisoning you. They're even worse in Resident Evil Code Veronica because they have a grab attack where they grab you and start biting the shit out of you.
You would think they'd terrify us, but then again, if you've seen Harry Potter, you know that's not the biggest spider.
Why couldn't it be full of the butterflies? There I'm just holding the stick when the camera changes. That way it doesn't fucking cause me to go running in the opposite direction. Hi, Billy. Becky, where were you? Running past the giant spiders. As we sort out our inventory. Oh, go ahead.
No, end it.
Okay, we'll see you guys in the next part.